Okay, so setup-wise, as we said, there was a lot of good things in there. We can't really sort of see your posture from looking this direction, but obviously looking down the line we saw, and there's a really good spine angle there, nice and straight at the back. Arms are hanging down, grips looking great, it's nice in the fingers and looking nice and loose there, and sort of in a very, very good position there, okay? Other than that, say nothing we sort of work on. I mean, the feeling now, if I go back sort of to these when you do the dragging drill, is to try and get you feeling how your body's going to move when that club goes to the left, and you sort of see your shadow there on the ball at the bottom there, kind of moving to your front foot there. You're pushing that club into the ground. That was good. That was okay there. That was a bit. So the club sort of washed, sort of went whoosh just a little bit afterwards. Not too much, but just enough. And then the next one that was a better move there. Okay, so we're trying to keep that angle kind of in this wrist here as we do this. Okay, so I'll zoom out a little bit there now. Go to the golf. No, it's going to the goal. Okay, so as we set up here now, the bottom lines obviously showcase where your left wrist top was and left wrist was there, whereas before you came into it, as you came back, top of your left wrist now at impact, as we can see, is on that top red line there. Okay, this one here now, it still comes up a little bit higher, hence why you're catching it a little bit. I mean, you're coming up about this much now. Okay, catching it a little bit clean, but in terms of the shot itself, as you go back to golf ball there now, as you're moving into it, there's a movement to that left side with the lower half. The shadow's kind of staying on top of the ball there. You're less behind the ball, and your left wrist, and you can see on there. If we look at these two lines here, zoom in and sort of see, that's kind of how much your hand has kind of dropped down. So it was kind of up on a line there. You've now dropped it down, whatever that measurement would be. Okay, so we've zoomed in there, makes it look a lot smaller. Okay, but that much. Now it doesn't seem a lot, but the ball flight tells you you've actually improved enough. And in some ways, I wouldn't really want you to or expect you to change much more, because A, you'd be so far from where you feel comfortable, it just wouldn't work. You'd just be like, oh, this is the correct move, I'm missing the golf. At least where you're at now, you're kind of progressing. So you're going from the top red line to that green line. In time, with a bit of practice, we might get maybe, I don't know, next lesson sort of somewhere down, maybe on that blue line or somewhere in that kind of region. And if we can do some of that work there with that right wrist, by moving the right wrist and the club better by doing this dragging drill, okay, you just work your body better. There's no sort of lifting up or pulling back. You're trying to squeeze that club in the ground. So kind of the body reacts to that to actually make you at the golf ball in that fashion. So when you come to golf ball now, you come in a much better position. If we actually look at your strike here now, another good one to look at. Look at your two shadows there. How the shadow of your body there now is kind of there, and the ball's in the middle, where this one much further back on this one you are. Your head's kind of leaning back this way. There doesn't look much on there. That's going to indicate a lot in terms of where your body is. If you're back here, the shadow kind of moves more because the camera's quite close to it, so it gives you more of an impression. So, and then when you finish the swing, up on the left side there, good rotation, good twist, good right foot, good weight distribution, some good shots. So just feel that sort of drag sensation.
It's a straight line, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty straight. I mean, I don't have to be kind of exactly. So if ideally, in actual fact, the club will be sort of slightly curving, but for you to try and keep the club straighter would almost exaggerate that right wrist more. If you think, oh, it's going to curve, you'll just go whoop, and you're actually almost trying to encourage the curve. Yeah. It will automatically create a slight curving. If you try and sort of push it more of a straighter line, it will make your right wrist and your body work almost too much the other way. But then in reality, if you're swinging too far back this way, we've got to try and move you too much this way to find the middle. And that's kind of the way it works. It's almost like a bit of Play-Doh. If you try and get it Play-Doh, you just stretch it really long, and then it comes back to sort of somewhere you want to go. You sort of manipulate it too much, then come back to kind of the middle ground, shall we say, we want to get to. But yeah, swing-wise, I've got to say, I think hopefully pleasing, I suppose, because you said yourself a bit worried about how bad it might have been. And in reality, hitting the ball there, I mean, I'm not saying we can on the golf course now, so you hit the ball really good, but at least it shows potential where you haven't really gone back that much. I mean, I think what you'd find is now the level you're at in the golf ball is probably a few % less of what you were towards the end of the summer last year.
Yeah.
But the first few shots you hit were kind of at the first lesson back in June, July time, or May when you first started, topping it. But that was all with the poor posture and everything. So a lot of things have sort of stuck, okay, posture-wise, setup-wise, and again, I think you're just grabbing that club and you're doing it. There's no thought process going through that. You just, oh, here's the club, boom, hold it. Yeah. And yeah, get into golf ball very nicely. Okay, so hit a couple more of them with that, and then we'll get a couple with the driver and see how the longer club goes. Okay. Sure.